After deleting Tinder for the 17th time, I realized something. It was when Tim Ferriss talked about Warren Buffett on the podcast. See, swiping on online dating apps is kind of like robotic and one-sided, but approaching women in real life, even when you face rejection, was building a skill that compounds over time, just like compound interest is building your net worth. Tinder really is a shitty deal on your time investment. Not just because they overcharge you, but they show you fake profiles and it's full of flaky girls. It's a waste of your time. If you know the concept of opportunity cost, you realize that the 20 hours you spend on Tinder could have spent in the streets learning a valuable life skill. Let's look at two graphs here. First, we have the dating power level over time for you as a Tinder user. Okay, sure, maybe you got a motivation to take some better photos of yourself. That's useful in 2025. Social media is a big part of how women will assess you before they go on a date with you. And using Tinder helps you learn about texting in theory as well. But does it really though? You learn how to send the same opener to hundreds of girls. Some girls match you back. Now you have to learn how to be a dancing monkey, trying your hardest to come up with a funny opener, clever line, or creative first date ideas like some women request. Or even worse, scroll through her profile and check all her photos to find something to start a conversation on. So yeah, using the apps, you're at least trying to fix your dating life, but is it gonna work? You already know the answer, or you probably wouldn't be watching this video. No, it doesn't. It's not gonna get you dates consistently with the kind of quality women that you actually want, and this is what it's all about. Maybe you will get laid a few times and probably regret it after, like in a moment of desperate weakness. You will convince yourself, on this angle in the 50th first photo of my Instagram 4 years ago, she's kind of hot. And she shows up to the date, you don't feel any strong attraction, but you're too horny to admit it to yourself. Or you will get lucky, strike gold with what you call a unicorn, like a hot, single, fun girl who just wants no strings attached, crazy sex.
That's just a pipe dream.
That's the whole narrative of Tinder. They want you to trick into believing that. Hot local singles in your area. Comment below if you know that ad. I won't judge you. The crazy part is, it's true. There is hot local singles in your area, but you're not gonna meet them online. So we get it, Tinder sucks. Let's find out in the next part what my clients all over the world, most of them introverts, are finding out as a better strategy to dating. How would your graph look like if you dedicated all those hours that you put in dating apps, all that focus, time, investment, brain juice, passion, creativity, desire, masculine drive? What if you took all that, dedicated it into mastering how to actually say hi to the cute girl at the bus stop in real life? To have a relaxed, casual conversation with her, get her number, ask her out on a date. Will she say yes? Probably not in the beginning. Will the next 50 girls you do it to say yes? Probably one of them will, or more than one. But maybe you're a total beginner and all of them say no. Still think about what that does to your confidence if you learn how to handle rejection that way. You prove to yourself that you're out there hunting. You're in hunter mode, not in stupid nerd Instagram looking at a screen mode. The version of you that spends a whole month on Tinder destroying your self-image, getting caught up in a roller coaster of emotions, of getting matches and then building false hope, and leads to desperation, frustration, and just horrible inner game because nobody really texts you back and you get a lot of flakes. You also get trained this mental model of women have really high standards and all women are ignoring me. Women never text back and I'm not worthy because of it, and maybe I'm ugly because nobody likes my photos, and 95% of conversations go completely nowhere. Now compare that with the version of you that goes out on the street and spends that month saying hi to girls instead and interacting and being social. You get rejected more and it might hurt more in the beginning, but you grow so much more. You're gonna learn about these voices in your head that come up when you see a pretty girl. The excuses you tell yourself. You learn how to ignore those voices or to become friends with those voices. You will learn about body language, like how to approach in a way that doesn't scare her, how to use your body to get attention, how to smile in the right way and hold eye contact without being creepy. You learn how to control your breath and use your voice. Speak from your diaphragm, not from your here. You learn that many women like to be approached if you do it the right way. Even the ones with boyfriends, you can still put a smile on their face. You're basically doing a speed run of becoming a confident, attractive, masculine man that can sit in social pressure and handle his business with a smile. While your version on Tinder is just learning that you're ugly and worthless and bad at texting and just gets chewed up and spit out by the big tech algorithm that you're signing up for. Have I convinced you to delete Tinder yet? Are you getting fired up about the idea of approaching in real life? Are you already picturing the version of yourself who can just walk up to anybody, even if you feel the anxiety, and even when that voice in your head is telling you maybe don't do it, but you do it anyway, and you're gonna have a friendly chat with a cute girl, again, even if she has a boyfriend? If the answer is yes, I have good news I'm about to reveal to you. I'm gonna tell you how to talk to strangers in real life. So you're convinced now, just like my client Pascal, that you would actually prefer to meet ladies on the street. The next question is how to actually do it. Now, this is where a lot of guys get stuck. It's creepy, it's needy, girls in my cities are different, it doesn't work here, people are watching, they're gonna think I'm a weirdo. A lot of excuses come up as soon as you actually put yourself out there in the fire. So let's explore that a bit, okay? What if women thought it was hot that you approach them? What if your deep fear of coming across as a sleazebag is just all in your head? What if the people you think are watching you are just going about their business, and if they did see you talking to a girl, they would just think, oh, they must know each other from work, or if they really know what's going on, oh, he's really brave. I can tell you, based on thousands of approaches I've personally done and thousands and thousands more that I've observed in my students on live workshops, women love when you approach them. Trust me. If you do it, of course, in a calm, respectful way, the way I teach it in my boot camps and online mentoring. Now, this sounds counterintuitive, but it is great news for introverts like I am. Sure, extroverts do have a bit of it easier when it comes to the initial push, but in terms of creating a calm, relaxed, safe atmosphere, introverts have an advantage, but I'm gonna talk about that in a bit. The other major objection I hear a lot is, this wouldn't work in my city. I get it, you grew up there and you went to school there, and maybe you have some bad memories there, maybe even bullying, but ask yourself honestly, are all the girls in the whole city bitchy, unapproachable, have boyfriends? Or are you basing it off of the sample size of like 3 or 4 girls that you met at high school? Because every city, honestly, I travel to, the guys are always telling me the same. Oh, in this city it doesn't work. During my last coaching tour, I went to Munich and the guys told me, oh, it's German girls, they're cold. So I spent 6 hours the next day coaching a guy on the street. He was basically a virgin and he approached like 20 girls. Most of them smiled, they were cheerful, they were happy, they say thank you, oh my God. He made their day. So yeah, this idea is cope, it's bullshit, it's a belief that is not seated in reality. Go try out for yourself. Assuming you're in a Western country, most women love being approached on the street. This idea that girls in my city are different is a convenient excuse. Now, I actually grew up as an introvert, going to engineering school, playing online poker on the weekends, and most of my clients are wondering, would this work for me? And the answer is yes, it does. And I want to show you exactly how and why. You probably heard me say this before, but an introvert's secret weapon is their ability to sit in silence. Extroverts struggle with an impulse to constantly talk, engage, say stuff. That's what makes them extroverted. Introverts, on the other hand, they've spent their whole life being silent. They don't need to engage. They're okay with it. If you can tap into the correct way to do this with women, your conversations will drastically change. Like, I grew up as an introvert, and worse, I was a nerd. Like, I was a geek. I wasn't a cool, mysterious introvert like Bruce Wayne was. I was selling Pokemon cards, I was playing city simulation games and traffic games, I was doing circuit boards in school, working with databases at home, and started playing online poker when I was 16. As you can imagine, I wasn't like getting a lot of attention from girls. I wasn't like doing sports or getting into fashion or going out a lot. Later, when I was studying in Vienna, I took a job at Starbucks. Actually, I was a barista, and I thought, damn, this is a shitty job, but it will force me to speak with people every day, constantly look at them, smile at them. And it worked. Like a little bit. It was still being a pussy when it comes to approaching girls, but it got me practice engaging, interacting with people, and kind of dealing with social pressure on the spot. But I was still so pissed off that when I saw a beautiful girl walk past me on the street in Vienna, I couldn't talk to her. Like, they were so close and still so far. Like, literally 2 meters in front of me, there was a beauty, going to class, going about your day. And why the can I not just say, hey, stop, hi, you look good? Why is it so difficult? I knew about seduction coaches, so I downloaded this social freedom online audio course one day, and I went out the next day, and it was like crazy adrenaline rush. I was thinking, Alex, this is it. You're finally gonna get confident and get all the women you want. So I walked up and down the street, took me a few hours. Finally, I said hi to people, right? That was the day one challenge. Very easy, took me a while, and then I did it again and again and again, and success. Next day, I had to ask for directions. So this was kind of easier because I was on a mission. But day 4 was about being direct and honest and giving compliments to people. And I totally bombed. Like, I felt like such a loser. I couldn't even do more than 2. I walked around for hours up and down the streets, and at the end I felt like everybody in the city knew me. Construction workers would like glance at me, and I thought, oh, I walked past there already, and now they know that I'm trying to approach girls and I'm such a pussy because I'm still not talking to any. And a cute girl would walk past, and I would get in this loop of, oh, she saw me, that I look at her, now she knows that I looked, which means she knows that I want to talk to her, but I'm too shy to talk to her, that I didn't approach, but if I approach now, that she knows that I'm a shy guy, and now it's really awkward, and I can't do it anymore, and then I just like go away out of her sight as fast as possible. To be honest, only months later, after getting a mentor and joining a circle and finding wingmen through this mentor, I was able to push through and really go out of my comfort zone and was able to go into that natural state. And then it was actually chill, easy, and once I got over that initial fear, it just kept flowing. And what I learned then is you kind of just go up and you say minimal stuff, and most girls are happy to do most of the talking as well. The story of how exactly I made that shift is a tale for another day, because obviously it didn't just happen like that. There was a lot of effort in there. For now, I want you to know that yes, it is possible to get confident to approach on the streets, even as an introvert. And the 2 most important things you can do are A, delete your Tinder, and B, get a mentor to force yourself to go out there. Start approaching and building that confidence. If you want, you can book now a free consultation call with the link below. I'm doing 2 of those per day, and we're going to talk about your specific situation. We're going to help you with an action plan. So if you're now committed to deleting Tinder and hitting the streets, what are you going to say to her once you stop her? What if she still sees you as a nice guy and puts you in the friend zone easily? I'm sure you've experienced that in your life as well, as have I. So you can click here now to watch a video about how to avoid common nice guy mistakes and become a more charming bad boy version of yourself that actually attracts women instead of landing in the friend zone.